A day frozen in time, the enduring impact of 9/11. September 11, 2001. The world watched in horror as terrorists attacked the United States. Nearly 3,000 innocent lives were lost. The Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City crumbled to dust. The Pentagon was struck, a gaping wound in America's defense. In the aftermath, questions arose. Conspiracy theories began to circulate, challenging the official story. The 9/11's truth movement emerged, demanding further investigation and accountability. The impact of 9/11 went far beyond the immediate tragedy, leading to the war on terror and a shift in global politics. The towers' fall. Was it controlled demolition? This theory posits that the tower's destruction was not solely due to the impact of the airplanes and ensuing fires. Instead, it suggests a controlled demolition, orchestrated by pre-planted explosives. Proponents highlight the speed and symmetry of the tower's collapse. The near-perfect vertical collapse, resembling controlled demolitions, fuels their suspicions. They cite the presence of molten metal found in the rubble, indicating the use of thermite or other incendiaries. Additionally, the collapse of World Trade Center Building 7, which was not hit by a plane, strengthens their theory. However, engineers and scientists argue that the tower's collapse can be explained by the laws of physics and the structural damage caused by the impacts and fires. They point out that the tower's steel structures were weakened by the intense heat, causing them to buckle. Critics also dismiss the molten metal evidence, attributing it to molten aluminum from the planes or other materials present in the buildings. Whispers of an inside job. Could it be true? This theory alleges that elements within the U.S. government had prior knowledge of the attacks and allowed them to happen. The motivation, according to proponents, could have been to justify the invasion of Iraq or to increase domestic surveillance and control. Proponents point to the failure of U.S. intelligence to prevent the attacks, despite warnings from various agencies. They also question the lack of effective interception by the U.S. Air Force. The theory highlights insider trading activity in the days leading up to 9/11, suggesting prior knowledge. Furthermore, proponents question the official explanation for the collapse of World Trade Center Building 7. However, the inside job theory lacks concrete evidence and relies heavily on speculation. Critics argue that the alleged inconsistencies can be explained by human error, intelligence failures, and the chaos of the day. The theory remains controversial and widely debated. The Pentagon strike missile or plane? While the official report concluded that American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon, some theories dispute this claim. One theory suggests that a missile, not a plane, struck the Pentagon. Proponents argue that the size of the hole in the Pentagon's wall is too small for a Boeing 757. They question the lack of identifiable debris at the crash site. However, experts maintain that the impact of the plane and the ensuing fire explain the damage to the Pentagon. They argue that the plane's wings likely disintegrated upon impact, explaining the smaller hole size. Official explanations debunking the theories? The official investigations concluded that the attacks were carried out by al-Qaeda terrorists. They determined that the collapse of the World Trade Center towers was caused by the impact of the planes and the subsequent fires. These explanations, however, have not satisfied everyone. The 9/11's truth movement continues to challenge the official narrative, pointing to perceived inconsistencies and omissions. They demand further investigation, transparency, and accountability. Critics argue that the official reports lack transparency and fail to address all the evidence. The search for truth, questioning and remembering. The events of 9/11 were a tragedy of immense proportions. The search for truth and understanding continues to this day. While the official narrative remains dominant, alternative theories persist. It is crucial to approach these theories with a critical and discerning mind. Engaging in critical thinking, examining the evidence, and asking tough questions are essential in the pursuit of truth. The legacy of 9/11 should be one of remembrance, resilience, and a commitment to seeking justice and preventing future atrocities.